and welcome to today's episode of Ninja News. Hold on, here we go, ready? I had to use this because on our last episode I used the other thing and it got copyrighted claimed on YouTube. So there's our new sound for now. We'll see what happens. It might change in the future. We're going to start off today's news segment with something that we talked about last week. That would be that Valve is clarifying that it does not want to discourage games with AI-generated content, contrary to what they said last week about removing the AI-created content. This week, they're stating that they are allowing it, but it is because of the copyright disputes that has become such an issue. I'll keep that up just so you guys can look at the pinpoints. We're continuing to learn about AI and the ways that it can be used in games, developments, and how to factor it into our process for reviewing games submitted for distribution on Steam. I apologize. So, of course, everybody looks and they're like, "Oh well, Steam's taking down all these games with AI-generated content." Well, the reason why is because it depends on the assets that they use, right? So if they're using specific copyrighted assets, then they have to take it down for the time being until they can comply with the copyright laws. That's why AI has been such an issue within the community there. But that's just a story from last week that we talked about, the AI-generated content being an issue. I just wanted to cover that briefly because they did make a statement that they're not trying to ban it. They're just trying to make sure that they have the right claims to it. The next thing that I wanted to bring up is Sega is infatuated with the blockchain. So their whole platform is basically that games aren't fun anymore, and they know this. If I'm going to pull up the article here from PC Gamer. So, despite being one of the first companies to hop on the blockchain fever of the past couple of years, Sega now wants its major franchises to get off of the crypto roller coaster. That's reported by Bloomberg. So, their franchises such as Yakuza, which we play on the channel, Sonic the Hedgehog, they make a lot of money off of it. And they do NFTs and things like that. So they're turning around their points on the NFT plans, and they are getting away from it, which is good. Good to hear. So it's relieving to hear a more level-headed approach from the higher up in its major games company, and hopefully a sign that non-fungible veil is starting to lift from the industry's eyes. So Square Enix is actually doubling down or tripling down on its plans to continue to do any type of crypto, any type of NFTs in the game industry. Sega is really just trying to look out for the player base and say, you know what? We want games to be fun again, and we're tired of this whole NFT scandal schemes. And I appreciate Sega for that because I really enjoy Sega games. I love Yakuza. Yakuza's a great game. So the next bit of news that we have going on, this one I thought was really interesting, especially because if you guys don't know, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are scheduled to fight. Maybe there's a chance that fight could actually happen, according to Dana White. But here's what I wanted to show you. This is Twitter is suing Meta over the new app Threads. So I guess, and this is according to just details that I've heard across the internet. You have Twitter, Elon Musk has fired a bunch of employees, right? So Mark Zuckerberg went ahead and hired those employees to work for Facebook, or Meta, as it would be, and those people helped build Threads. So it's going to be quite the lawsuit. They're getting really into it. I can't wait. I just want to see the two fight. You know what I mean? Just go at it, bro. Go at it. Want to see it. So at launch in 100 countries, Mark Zuckerberg wrote more. Here, I'll go ahead and I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see it. 11 years of silence on Twitter to post a highly popular meme of two nearly identical Spider-Man figures pointing at each other. You guys all know that one, right? Shortly after the word threads trended globally on the platform. So this is kind of how it goes here. In Threads, you're able to do 500 characters. Twitter, only 280. You can both post links, both post photos. You get a 5-minute video on Threads. You get 2 minutes, 20 seconds over on Twitter. Verification on Instagram. You need that. You need that. But you don't need verification on Twitter to go ahead and tweet. You can't edit on either. You can direct message, trend stories, hashtags on Twitter, but you can't do that on the new Threads. I thought this one was interesting because I just really want to see those two fight. I really want to see those two fight. And if they do, I will be 100% on board with watching that. Pay-per-view, I don't care. That would be dope. All right, the next story we have is Five Nights at Freddy's producer wants to turn more games into horror movies. I talked about this briefly in the stream yesterday. I thought this one was a pretty cool story. It would be really nice to see more of our video game adaptations of horror games and things like that turning into movies. They have one in mind. Now, mind you, I'm not a fan of this game that they have in mind. It is Dead by Daylight. They want to make Dead by Daylight a movie. I think it might be a cool movie, but I do not like the game. So they said we couldn't be more thrilled to work with Jason Blum and James Wan, two giants of the horror film industry, to further expand the Dead by Daylight universe. It might be a good movie, but to be completely honest with you, I hate the game. I hate Dead by Daylight. I've never liked Dead by Daylight at all. But it will be cool, I think. I think it'll be cool if they continue to go down the path. But the one thing I did want to say is that we don't know if the game to movie thing is going to be good until we actually see Five Nights at Freddy's. So we're going to have to wait until Five Nights at Freddy's comes up in order to do that. So as soon as we see Five Nights at Freddy's and see if they did a good job or not, that's when we'll be able to see if it's any good. This one I thought was pretty funny. Once again, video games are on the table as after Days of Destruction, Macron, is that his name? Macron, blames video games for the violence in France. This guy, French President Emmanuel Macron, he stated that video games were the reason for the riots. I can't stress enough that video games don't cause violent crime. I mean, maybe in some people, but it's not like a common factor that people that play video games or whatever are the ones who commit crimes. I play video games all day. I'm not out there mowing down tons of people. But yes, that is the French president has stated that video games were the reason for the behavior during the riots. And experts are stressing to him that video games do not cause violent crime. Actually, Christopher Ferguson, a professor at Stetson University in Florida, he studied the impact of such games on the public, and he's surprised at his comments. He stated that he belongs to a generation raised with video games, so seeing him mention this is almost anti-chronistic. Chronoistic. I don't know that word. I can't say it, but yes, it's insanity. I thought that was funny as hell. Funny as hell. Little thing. French president. Oh, video games cause the violence. No, they didn't. You did. Good job. You played yourself. On to the next one. I thought this one was interesting because I'll show it to you. It's just stupid. Research finds that sex can be confirmed by hand odor. Yes, you read that correctly. There was a research determined after the Global Forensic and Justice Center and the project's administrator conducted a geographical research on the subject. The research team collected samples from 60 volunteers, evenly divided. The research team collected samples from 60 volunteers, evenly divided among men and women, used sterile gauze pads, and captured their hand odor. Right? Using these instruments commonly found in forensic toxicology and chemistry laboratories, such as gas chromatography and mass spectrometry, combined with an innovative sampling method and data analysis program developed by FIU and chemistry PhD graduate Vidya Gokul. And they analyzed the volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, responsible for an individual's odor. The person's sex could be determined accurately more than 96% of the time using a human-supervised machine learning model. That is crazy. So yeah, I guess if you go ahead and you just have somebody, swap your hand and smell it, they could tell if you're a man or a woman. That's what it is. You can tell if you're a man or a woman just by smelling a hand. This is another one I thought was pretty neat. Very cool thing that happened over here in Las Vegas. They built a futuristic venue. I'm going to go ahead and show this on screen. It's the world's largest LED screen. It's in Las Vegas. It's called the Sphere, and what it's a spherical structure that you can watch movies in. That's how big it looks on the inside, by the way. It's enormous on the inside, but the screen apparently surrounds you completely, and when it surrounds you, you're immersed into this world. They make it look so lively inside, and there's speakers behind. I think they said there was like thousands. There was thousands of speakers. It's a 366 feet tall and 516 feet wide spherical ball. I can't remember how many speakers they said. They said that there was a bunch of speakers. The globe seats 18,000 people, and it sits one block east of the fabled Las Vegas Strip. Okay? Ticket prices start at $140. $140 is how much it costs to get in there. Damn. Well, it must be good. It has to be. It's a 16K LED screen which wraps over and around much of the audience and can augment the concert experience with trippy animations or close-up of the performers. I would love to go and just sit in there and see how it actually was, because it looks so cool. They just built that over there in Las Vegas. I thought that was something to cover because I really want to go see it. I'm sure you guys probably want to go see it as well. Going on to Twitch news. Twitch has got stories, discovery feed, and ads are upgraded, and many more. So Twitch just held TwitchCon, I believe, and they had a TwitchCon event in Paris, and so they covered all these new things that they're going to be doing on Twitch. I thought this was, relative to us because we're live on Twitch. So they have implemented, I believe, things like Facebook and Twitter. So many streamers need active encouragement on your TV, other platforms to communicate with them. My option is no longer that besides Instagram or Instagram shorts, videos, clips, they want to help live streamers and live stream and help them engage with their community. So they have an update of Guest Star, which I remember when Guest Star came out, which, I haven't used it at all, but it could be cool, I don't know. But it's always tricky to know if you're going to use Guest Star or not on Twitch, because there's a whole bunch of crazy people out there, and who knows who's just going to sit there and drop an N-bomb for no reason, and then you're banned forever. So stories have gone up for 24 hours and will be shown on the Twitch mobile app like other social media platforms. So essentially, they've opened stories. You could do clips, stories, discover, and updated their discovery feed on Twitch. I thought that was pretty good news, especially for discoverability. If you do want to get discovered on Twitch and you're, a newer streamer, thought that was pretty nice. There was another organization that covered it, but I think about 4 or 5 different news studios actually covered that story about the new stories added to Twitch. We got another story. I guess, now, I don't know this guy very well, but apparently a guy named Ibai, he says that Twitch capped his viewers on his boxing stream, the most viewed in history. So he actually broke the record. It drew 3.4 million viewers in. He broke the record for most concurrent live viewers on Twitch with his annual boxing event. And Twitch apparently capped a part of his viewers and didn't allow them to access the stream. Now, I don't know how true this story is, and I mean, that's just what he says. He said and Twitch obviously said we absolutely did not cap the number of viewers because I guess they were trying to pull in more people, but it didn't happen. So the last one that held the record before Ibai, he held the same event last year. It brought 3.35 million views, and obviously this year bringing in 3.4 million. So he beat his previous record on Twitch. So even though he does state that they capped him, Twitch says no, they didn't. Now he did post this picture over here. I can't read Spanish, so I don't know what it says, but that's what he's stating is where they capped him. They capped him at a certain level each time, as you can see on the board above. Twitch, once again, denies all claims, so who knows if that actually happened. So, they said that it was capped at 3.4. There was also a screenshot taken by a viewer or by himself of it being at 5.4 million throughout the event. How true that is, once again, I don't know. People can Photoshop stuff. I don't know this guy very well. I can guess he probably did get higher than that. Yeah, pizza, come in for the translation, absolutely. He probably did, but I don't know. I thought that was interesting that Twitch would even bother to try and cap when there's a world record being broken. I don't think Twitch would intend on capping, and if they did, it might have been an accidental cap. But there would be no reason for Twitch to do that. I don't think so, because if anything, that just hurts their viewer base, which I don't see Twitch kicking themselves in the ass any more than they already have. Another good news story over here. Pokimane unexpected raid leaves a rising Twitch streamer emotional, according to Amouranth. So I guess what she did was she raided a streamer, and she had a following of 11,000. And Pokimane came in and raided her stream. And she told her who she was, and she didn't believe it. Nobody believed it, to be honest with you, until she actually confirmed that it was her. I thought that was pretty nice. And Nikki, the woman who was live streaming that Pokimane raided, she said, "It's fair to say that I never thought Ms. Kiff Pokimane would make me cry this much. My entire family and I thank you. Shout out to everyone who's ever supported and believed in me. And chat, remember, go out there and follow your dreams. Peace. Okay, gonna go cry." So she was raided by Pokimane, probably one of her favorite Twitch streamers. And there's even a short clip here that we can watch.
So I need to get out of here. Where's my mom? I gotta show my mom. 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 Mom. You know Pokimane? You know Pokimane? I've shown you her stuff. She just raided me. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Let me show the angles correctly. Oh!
So yeah, just a really nice story. Another story that we have here involving Twitch. Twitch star Adriana Chechik joins Amouranth with her own AI chatbot. So she launched an AI companion, the same as, I guess, Amouranth did. I don't know. I've never even heard that Amouranth made an AI bot or whatever. So, I guess, let's see. 1 minute costs $1. There's a free trial of 3 messages and a special offer. I'll go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see. Since you'll be talking to Adriana AI every day or multiple times a day, there's an option to deposit $500 with a $100 free gift for power users. With 2 of the biggest OnlyFans stars now making use of AI, it will be interesting to see what other streamers make the jump and how technology grows to give viewers even more option to live out their wildest fantasies. What? What is this? So AI has seen many uses in its evolution. This is the quote, Dexterdo, okay? They created unique pictures to ChatGPT writing essays. Now there's even AI versions of your favorite OnlyFans models. Amouranth shocked the world back in May when she launched her very own AI chatbot to give fans more access to her, and now Adriana Chechik is following suit. She launched her own AI chatbot, which comes at a good time considering her brutal back-breaking... Oh, she's the one who had the back injury over at TwitchCon. Oh no, that sucks. But that's crazy. Well, she explained that since her injury, she's realized how important it is to have a connection with her fans and believes that AI is a great way to maintain contact. I'll go ahead. Okay, fair enough. We're moving forward. This is the one Pud told me about. Insane Twitch firework war breaks out in Kai Cenat's house. I guess Kai is pretty popular here on Twitch. I don't really watch Kai, so I don't know. I've seen him in a few clips on YouTube. But he's one of Twitch's top content creators, having broken the site's all-time subscriber record during his month-long subathon. He got Streamer of the Year in 2023 and continues to make major moves alongside iShowSpeed. Nice. So him and iShowSpeed. So I guess what had ended up happening is, to celebrate Independence Day, Kai and his buddies decided to have an all-out war with fireworks inside of their home. Well, we're going to watch the clip here that they have. I boarded his door shut and then started doing it. Oh my god. It seems like they have a lot going on. But let's go ahead and watch this clip here. This is of what happened. The house is smoky and the doors are screwed. Oh my god, it's a mess. What happened?
You blew my PC. Is there a fire?
He said, where my PC? Is that what he's asking? Where's my PC?
Oh my god.
What are you doing right by my setup? Are you okay? Right by my setup. Why did he do that?
This is what's going on. Huh?
Why did he do that?
Why'd he do that, he says. That's his room, bro? Your room is trashed, man. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Kai's a menace. I see that. So the house was a complete disaster, with the rooms full of smoke and tons of objects littering the ground course. Fire alarms going off because of the smoke, and they were trying to grab stuff. That's not my house. It would never be my house. Let's look at this. This is the chaos that ensued. This is them during the live stream shooting off the fireworks inside of the house.
Damn, I'm just a cameraman.
I'm just a cameraman, he says. That's still going.
Fire!
What the hell? My man's got a hoodie on, like that's gonna stop him from injury to the face from fire. That's how smart some people are. I guess he's no he's no stranger to chaos because they have him wrestling in a corner. It doesn't seem that anything caught on fire, which is good. That's always a good thing. But this isn't the first time the streamer has nearly set their house ablaze with fireworks. Last year, iShowSpeed lit off a massive Pikachu firework in his bedroom. Oh yeah, I remember when Speed did that one. Okay, well let's watch this clip. This is them wrestling in a corner. Is this with the fireworks, or what is this with? There is so much chaos going on in this. Watch the computer, he says, while they're going nuts. Watch the computer.
Dumbasses don't know I got two of them.
I don't understand what he means by that, but okay.
You're not leaving with that. You're not leaving with that.
You're not leaving with that?
Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Why is the guy wearing a wizard costume with a shield?
We have something better. Give it up, Davis. Davis, let go, Davis. Davis, let go. We have the most important thing.
Okay. All right. Shocking. It's so stupid. Anyway, yeah, that happened. Pud told me about it, so I figured I would tell you guys about it. That Speed did the fireworks thing again? I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Speed is crazy. They're all crazy. They're all crazy. Everybody who lives in that house, apparently. Does Speed live in that house? Because they're all nuts. Moving on to gaming news. This is the news that everybody loves to hear. I love to hear this news. This is actually the news that I look forward to right here. All that other news, I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of reporting it. We got this news here. Red Dead Redemption Remaster could be revealed in August. So this is an article by Tom Henderson. He stated that the Red Dead Redemption remaster began to swirl last week, which I told you guys about last week. The new rating on the Korean rating board suggested that the rating was for a console game, but nothing suggested that the game would be a remake or a remaster. But in May 2010, Red Dead Redemption made its debut, and everybody loved it. That's why everybody bought Red Dead Redemption 2. And they're stating that it could possibly be the remaster of Red Dead Redemption coming in August. So that sounds pretty nice. This is one I was super excited for. A Plague Tale 3. A Plague Tale 3 is in development as per job ads. So they figured this out from Azabo Studio. I guess posted for a position for a job opening on LinkedIn, which called for applicants for a number of open positions. Hey, listen, I'd love to be on a Plague Tale. I love that game. Given the fact that A Plague Tale Requiem has been out for over 9 months and that the first game never got any DLC, it wouldn't be a stretch to assume that it's in for a sequel. Plague Tale 3, or whatever it's been called, could possibly be what they're working on, especially because the original game got a 9 out of 10. If you guys did want to see what the job posting looked like, it looks like this. They're looking for programmers, art, supervisors, VFX artists for Plague Team, game designer for Plague Team, senior gameplay animator for the Plague Team, senior AI programmer for the Plague Team as well. So it looks as though, and it could just be me, that they're working on another Plague Tale. Sounds good. Can't wait to play. Alright, we're going to go into the next one. The next one is Only Up is being pulled from Steam after becoming a Twitch sensation. I guess what ended up happening is Only Up had AI-generated information. Which goes along with what we were talking about before about the AI-generated content on Steam being pulled down. I guess that also Only Up had had some AI stuff on there. So it did get pulled down. I believe it's back up now. But it did. Originally got pulled up. It was taken down earlier. This was Monday. It was taken down because of the AI assets. Because a 3D artist claimed that the game uses one of their 3D models, which was listed for free use as long as it wasn't for commercial purposes. I don't know what that asset is. Oh, it's the girl. No way. Here you go, I'll show. So that girl that is holding the kite above her head on one of the particular levels, right here at the bottom, it was one of the assets. So it got pulled for that. I do believe that Only Up is back up. I don't think that's going to be an issue for very long. I think that that's just going to be something that they get to tell, hey, I made that. I made that. It's one of those, give me mine, I made that type of ordeal. Also, NBA 2K24 is going to feature cross-platform play for the first time, which I think will be pretty nice. It'll be cross-play on the PS5 and the Xbox Series XS versions of the game. It's going to have 3 detailed editions. Obviously, I think Kobe's on the cover of the game. But yeah, they're going to be the first 2K game to feature crossplay. I thought that was pretty nice. I don't care if it's old news. We're covering it. All right. Next thing we got is the EA announcing UFC 5. It's a full reveal in September for UFC 5. I don't know who's all interested in sports games here, but UFC 5 has a full reveal in September, supposedly. So hopefully you guys, nice, Thorny. If you guys do, look out for that. Also, I thought this was funny. You do know how Xbox and PlayStation is in the middle of a... So Xbox, PlayStation is in the middle of a huge lawsuit, as everybody already knows. We covered that last week. But in the court documents, they're finding a whole bunch of stuff out. We covered some of the things that they found out last week. Also finding out that this week, PlayStation 5 Slim is going to be releasing this year. They found this out in one of the court documents. PlayStation likewise sells a less expensive digital edition for $399 and is expected to release a PlayStation 5 Slim later this year at the same reduced price point. Funny how we're finding all of this stuff out through court documents between the two giants of the gaming industry that are battling over something stupid, and now we have more information coming from their files. So yes, PS5 Slim going to be releasing later this year. If you guys do want to get a PS5 Slim, it's going to be priced at $399.99. The next thing I did want to cover, and this is just for me to you guys, kind of give you guys a little bit of a what's the thing I should say, like make way. For the rest of July. I'll only give you the rest of the July. I won't give you the next month. I'll cover next month. Is the new games that's going to be coming out this month. So actually yesterday, The Legends of Heroes Trails into Revere dropped yesterday. Oxenfree 2 is going to be dropping on July 12th. I'm looking for the main ones that I'm actually pretty excited for. Remnant 2 is dropping July 25th. So if you guys do want to get Remnant 2, it's dropping on July 25th. I can't wait. I do want to play that game. I might play through the first one before I do that one. Exo Primal, which we did play the beta for, comes out on July 14th. It will be free for Xbox Game Pass PC. I am not excited for that one. Me and Pud did play the beta for that, and it was okay, I guess. Pikmin 4, which is apparently really good, but it's a Nintendo title, will be dropping on July 21st. We got Ratchet & Clank coming July 26th. Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, does not have a release date, but is scheduled for some time in July. The Expanse, a Telltale series. I know that a few of us like the Telltale experience on our Twitch channel. comes out on July 27th. Disney Illusion Island comes out July 28th. And then we got Rise of the Triad Ludicrous Edition comes out July 31st, along with F1 Manager 2023 coming out the same day. We will cover next month's news, but that's all I really had for that. The last thing that I guess Lordy wants me to react to is oh yeah, Mortal Kombat will probably be Game of the Year I guarantee it. Well, that does it for today's segment of Ninja News. Ninja News is over. Yay! We did it again.